Girl, you know you're all for me.
This how I know that she's all for me. Listen up.
Yo, this your boy S.O.S.S, and you're tuned in to His, Hers, and the True podcast with Nika T and Steph G. You're listening to my new single, All For Me, featuring Monte Ray, available now on all streaming platforms.
Illegal features, face should be on a wanted poster. Let me show you a good life like a man supposed to. Lay you down with some good pipe.
Shit, let's go. What up, this Steph G?
And this is Nika T.
Oh, and we are fucked up right now.
Yes, absolutely. But this is His, Hers,
And the True podcast.
How you doing? Other than being fucked up.
Fucked up right now. I'm good,
You on
man.
a natural high as well as being on tequila right now.
Yeah, man. It was good. It was a good verses. You know what I'm saying? And we started recording at a good time, huh? The verses were good. You know what I'm saying? Team Jeezy, Team Snowman. You know, my nigga came through with the shits, you know.
All I want to say is the next time I tell y'all how something is going to end, believe me, because I said it was going to end the exact way that it ended.
You did. And you know what I'm saying? I mean, it was cool. It was a little shaky. We had a moment of a little shakiness in the verses. We was like, hey, Jeezy telling you the nigga step to you like a man about some shit, man. Now you on some let me
bump that.
Let me be some bullshit. Let me be on some bullshit in front of a million people. You know, but I mean,
told
hey,
you exactly how that was gonna go.
It was what it
A lot
was,
of
man.
talk, and at the end they was gonna be like, oh yeah, let's just go ahead and squash this. And they play one song that they got together.
Yeah, but that ain't squash. That's like it's squash.
I get that, but at the end of the day, it happened exactly the way that I said it was gonna happen.
Then they doing a after party at Compound. Listen, I'm not from Atlanta, but I used to visit Atlanta a lot. Compound ain't the place to go for certain hood shit. So I mean, prayers to everybody going to Compound, cause that ain't it. I tried to go to Compound a few times and I changed my mind quickly. So
Lord have mercy.
But no, yeah, man, it's a nice high. You know, I'm always on like a natural high,
right?
Cause it's just like, I feel good about stuff, man. Even if you know a lot of shit going wrong, but man, you know, 1-2 shots.
You sound like you in your feelings right now.
I'm straight. Nigga, me and you the same color, pretty much. The fuck? This is me and this is you, in shade color area, nigga.
Y'all better not start cutting up tonight.
No.
Listen. We already knew.
The nigga said light skin shit. Then
we already knew that tonight was gonna be a rowdy ass night.
It was different. He said light skin. Well, that nigga said light skin shit. But this nigga said light skin shit. No, nigga,
that's the irony in it.
Nigga, me and you in the same tree. We in the same tree. That's crabs in a barrel right there. Crabs in a motherfucking barrel right there. Man, alright, bro. That's that
Y'all
bullshit.
are hilarious. Oh my god.
Bullshit, man. Hey,
I can't stand y'all.
It's almost Thanksgiving. Shout out to Alabama State University. I got on my Tuskegee shit today. I know this is our rivalry school, but you know what I'm saying.
Have you even worn the Alabama State
shirt on here yet?
Yeah, on here.
No, it's getting made right now.
Oh.
So it's processing.
Okay, I'm just asking, you know.
I come with the heat, dog. I come with the heat. Y'all need to be telling. I be coming with the heat.
I'm just
so
saying.
I just sit there, you know what I'm saying? I find me some little shit, and I'm like, let me go and snag that up. So.
Okay, all right, nigga.
Now that I think about it, that shit should be here next week or the week after.
Don't start stunning now.
But I don't think I'm gonna wear it on the pod though, man.
Why not? How you gonna wear Tuskegee on the pod, but don't wear Alabama State on the pod?
I'm not gonna wear that part of Alabama State on the pod. The other Alabama State I got ordered is gonna be worn for the pod.
See, it sound like a whole bunch of bullshit right now, don't it? All right, it's all good.
What?
I'm just asking.
I still ain't wore Howard on the pod yet.
But I mean, you literally just said that Tuskegee is Alabama State's rival, and you
Yeah.
number one wore them before you wore Alabama
You
State,
saved
and
the
number
best
two,
for last.
and number two, you just
You
made up a
saved
story about
the
how you got
best.
T-shirts on the way.
You say it's not a story, it's the truth. Do you want?
You know what? Don't even worry
I'll
about
show
it.
you the
Don't even worry
receipt.
about it.
Cause
You know
niggas
what?
nowadays
Go
like to see
ahead.
receipts.
When you
I'll show you the motherfucking receipt.
when
And that shit gonna be jumping. Hey, Jay, you remember that motherfucker? You remember that? You remember that dog shirt I sent you? I put it in the group chat. I said I'm gonna get this shit. Yeah, that's North Carolina A&T. That shit on the way too.
But we're not talking about other school. We are talking about your school.
Well, I talked about my school and you just threw it to the side.
I didn't throw it to the side.
I sat there and said
there was a point that I was making.
What's the
but
point?
Okay, continue.
All right. So the point, what I'm saying is, I'm gonna save the best for last. You know what I'm saying? Save the best for last. All right. That's what I'm gonna do now. What's up, man? What you been doing? How you been doing? How you living?
I've been doing good. I'm learning to not have the last word.
What? you was not gonna get that shit till 2035, and it's 2020 right now. Goddamn.
I just did real good with you.
No.
I stopped. I let it go.
Yeah, but
See?
no, not necessarily, because when you say you right, that's like dismissive. It's kind of
It's
because you know
not.
how when a woman gets to a point to where she's like a little bit peaceful, and then she'll be like, "You right." Nah, that's the shit men do. That's the shit men do to get women quiet. And then you be like, "All right, what's it? Let me finish my last little part, and then I'm right." And then you be like, "No. I thought I was right."
I mean, but you were, after I said you right, you were allowed to finish what you had to say, and I said nothing else afterwards.
Kinda.
I'm simply saying, I'm learning how to not have the last word.
I will definitely help you out, and our viewers will help you out learning how not to have the last word.
Thank you. I hope to have very many accountability partners. Accountability partners.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine with me. So
I don't have an issue with accountability.
So as we go forward in this
You're such an asshole.
in this build of understanding to not have the last word, you will have some accountability moments. I definitely will remind you. The same way you don't let up on me, I won't let up on you.
When do I not?
You call me a bit, bro. She called me a bitch ass nigga how many times in her life? That ain't letting up.
You're supposed
if I'm
to be
here.
on my team. No,
it's on
fuck
record.
that.
It's on record. You done called me a bitch ass nigga.
I have.
Thank you. So it ain't that.
But he said all the time. That's not accurate.
Bro, every
I tell
every
you
episode
that you're a good best friend alive.
alongside bitch ass nigga.
I mean, you got to have balance.
All right. So therefore,
You know.
you tell me all the time. It's all good though.
You right. You know.
It's all good though,
Sheesh.
man. It's all good. But no, shit, everything's good over here with me.
That's what's up. Everything good this way.
Yeah. We finna shut down again.
Man, I ain't gonna know no different.
Low key, we
Right
talked.
now.
We talked. I mean, people have said this was gonna happen during flu season, even before
Yeah.
way before flu season came. It was like, oh shit, we gonna shut down again. As long as people don't have a vaccine or something, it's gonna continue to spread like HIV/AIDS. Like what the fuck? Like
Such a comparison. God damn.
it's a disease.
I get
COVID,
it. I get it, but I'm just saying.
AIDS. You know what I'm saying? It's just disease spread with no vaccination. It's just how you can prevent it or be immune to something. It's not too much you can do, but just hope and pray that everything works out.
I guess that's kind of why you gotta adapt to like the new normal. Motherfuckers don't want to wear masks, but
Yeah,
it's kind of like at this point, shit. You kind of look around and be like, damn, why you ain't got no mask on? It's crazy. I mean, motherfuckers done got programmed and shit, but you
Yeah,
adapt to the new
and you
normal.
just be looking at folks like we used to look at. I mean, we now see how white folks used to look at us when we at the wrong or at an unfamiliar place.
Right.
Now we looking at people with no mask like,
The fuck? And then you had the audacity to cough? The
yeah,
fuck?
man, you start like you can't even cough in your mask though. That niggas be like, hey, I'll scoot your ass on over, man, or leave. All right, so we on a little timestamp. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the topic. The topic for tonight is let's just call it the bare minimum because it's two sides
The truth
to it.
about the bare minimum.
The truth about the bare minimum.
Period.
On both sides. You know. So do you want to go first, or do you want me to go
You can
first?
start. I know you got a list.
No, I don't have a list. It's more so just
I'm not better.
so I do think women get by with the bare minimum, and I'm explaining why. In the form of pre-relationship, I think a lot of women get by with the bare minimum before sex. So before any physical contact like that, sex, before the title of the relationship, I think the woman really determines a lot for what the man should bring to her.
So, what is the bare minimum?
Like if you don't have a car, that's cool for a woman to not have a car. It's not necessarily cool for a man to not have a car. Uh, the type of job that you have, a woman can work.
So, job status.
Job status. Yeah, a woman can work at a lower end, according to society, whatever job, and the man has that same type of job. It's like you. I mean, I look
Okay.
at a lot of podcasts and they're like, "Nah, I ain't gonna fuck with no nigga that working at." She want a lot of women won't fuck with a nigga who, what I'm saying, working at McDonald's. Even if you assistant manager, what I'm saying. Some people don't have no time for that build up to, operation owner or nothing
Right.
like that. The bare minimum also could be, when it comes down to giving. Um, and I use that in the form of that somebody could just give pussy. Like
And that is definitely the bare minimum.
that definitely goes into both parties.
Dick and pussy is legitimately
That's an
the bare
exchange.
minimum. That is an exchange. And I have always been raised to understand that fair exchange is not robbery. But it's robbery if the sex is trash.
So when you say fair exchange isn't
No.
robbery, was that when you learned that, was that applying to sex only?
No, it was not
Oh.
applying to sex. I just made it apply to sex at the just then.
Oh, okay, that was
Just then.
good. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. Even if it's like if a dude, first of all, and I think I said this before, if a dude paying for sex or a dude doing X Y Z just to get some pussy, it's like you can't be mad at him if he got some slaw dick. Why do I say this? It's because, and this is when the person knows you're doing X, Y, Z to get the pussy. So that part is already fronted to the woman. The woman has got what she wanted in
Out
order
of the
for her
deal,
to,
in order for her
in order
to,
for her to say, all right, you can get some pussy. You know what I'm saying? And then by the time he gets it, he's like, I bet I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna just keep doing it until it's like, all right.
Is it worth it though?
No.
Like ladies, is it
Oh.
worth it? Like some slow penis for him
Stability,
doing
yeah.
whatever,
I'm pretty sure.
nigga.
Well, some women get stability from men.
From stability. So you're saying this man is providing stability?
In this instance, if a man presented you with money for if you need some maintenance on your car, money for if you low on your rent or money just because he knows you're not making enough to pay what you need to pay and enjoy yourself. That's stability. That's being able to say,
But
I
wouldn't, on the other hand, motherfuckers be looking at him as if he was tricking?
yeah, but everybody else's opinion don't matter
I'm just,
when you just dealing with each other. It's like this.
but I'm just asking on a general aspect because we're kind of speaking a little generally as well. Is it not also considered tricking? You're looking at it from the aspect of stability,
I don't.
but somebody else could be looking at it from the aspect
My
of that's
my
not stability, that's
so
tricking.
my idea of tricking is when somebody is giving the money and they don't have it. And I know it's cliche to say it ain't tricking if you got
I
it,
was about to say,
but
you
it's
know.
really, you know what I'm saying. I ain't doing nothing else with this money. I can I can fit you in my budget. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, this is what you need every month. This is what you need to take care
But it
of.
sounds like they're only providing financial stability.
Well, we talking about why slaw dick is, you know what I'm saying,
Exchangeable for.
exchangeable, or it's okay to receive the slaw dick.
So it's understood that, hey, I'm going to give you this for your finances and you're going to give me pussy.
9 times out of 10, yeah, that's understood.
Hmm.
And a woman can sense that. I believe a
I don't,
woman can
you know
sense
what?
that.
I feel like it's too many women out here that say, just because I agreed to it then, don't mean that in the moment in which it's time to happen, I'm going to consent to it at that moment. And you have to respect what I say in that consenting moment.
You don't think women are consistent with deciding the fact that yeah, you spend money, I'll fuck you.
I think some women are not consistent with that.
Some women aren't, but there's no stat that says the majority. But in my mind, the majority says if you're financially taken care of, you learn the nigga's weakness. You know what I'm saying? If it's either sex or you know what I'm saying oral sex, it's like all right, I can do that, and I know how to get what I need out of somebody.
Right.
So therefore, it's like I will continuously do that in order to make sure that my lifestyle is maintained the way that I am okay with.
Okay.
And
I didn't have a rebuttal.
so I mean that's why I say the bare minimum in that aspect is okay. Another way the bare minimum is okay. Like I said with you know
Question. I didn't have a rebuttal, but I do have a question.
okay.
So, in the scenario you previously posed of him providing stability and her giving up sex, um, dang it, I forgot my question. It was something about him, but I forgot. Never mind. Continue.
Is it something about what he succumbed to? Is it something about where he settled? Is it
I don't remember. I lost it that fast.
But yeah, I mean, just women just really out here, and for some people they don't realize it, we're not talking about all women. So some women aren't all getting by the bare minimum, but the ones who are, and then in this generation, and I hate to be one of those people, but in this generation, it's like you can actually put it out there that hey, all I gotta do is give you some pussy, and you doing everything else that I need you to do. That I don't need to do for myself, and even relationship or we just fucking. You gonna do that
So, wait. You said relationship? Like
if
full blown, we significant others?
I said, I said so
The reason why I'm
relationship.
asking, because I can't just settle for you take care of me financially and I give you pussy. Like, that's something that just don't sit right with me.
Right for you, yeah. It's there are women who will say, like I say this for instance, taking trips and stuff, right? Say you like a chick, and you decide that you want to go out of town, and you want to go and you want to take her with you. She won't originally say, "Hey, this is this is a nice idea. What can I do to help with the trip?" M- Some women don't say that. Some women will say, "All right, cool. You gonna buy my ticket? You gonna buy X, Y, Z? Are you gonna, pick me up from the airport? I mean, are you gonna pick me up from the airport? Are we gonna fly together? You know what I'm saying?" And all in exchange that you will be receiving, would be sex. And this is before, what I'm saying, this is before you guys decide together on this is all right, this is what our trip will consist of. The trip.
So y'all agree that the trip is y'all smashing on the trip.
Yeah, you can agree that y'all smashing on the trip, but as far as getting there, that would be something she'll be looking at you about like, so what we gonna do? How we gonna get there?
You
I,
think so?
I know so. I know so. Like the back of my hand. Is this a friend? Like the back of my hand. I know so.
So
And
she's expecting him to fund the.
a lot of women expect you to fund the entire vacation.
But okay, so that brings me back. I remember my question now, and then I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget it again. Brings me back to the previous scenario. So would that not mean that his financial capability is his bare minimum? Like because if his dick is average or below average and the only thing this guy is bringing to the table is his money, is that not still considered bare minimum?
on his part, right?
Correct.
I think it can
Did you
it
say
can
Oh,
it
you just
can be
clearing your throat.
considered
Okay.
bare minimum if this is the stopping point. If you know that, hey, I want to evolve into more, but you like, I don't know. If a woman's like, I don't know yet, we gotta see, and you know what I'm saying, it's like the dude is steady, trying to prove himself that he's worthy enough for the relationship. Then it's kind of like, okay, well, you know, you're trying to be more than just mediocre dick, but it's not working out.
I mean, but you have to also be more than just the money that you're able to provide as well.
Right, but some. All right, let me ask you this: do you think people can be blinded by what they bring to a relationship because they just want to see somebody else happy?
Meaning,
All right, so money wise, if her thrill in life or her thrill of happiness, not even thrill of happiness, her happiness is to travel, you know,
mhm.
and you're steady buying her these or paying for these trips, do you think she'll stop at your level of, not even your level of, but your worth? She'll stop at your worth at, you know you're only good for buying us trips. You're only good for taking us out of town. You're only good for this
I mean,
particular
if that
thing.
was y'all's agreement, because my thing is that's the way that you presented the situation. The situation was presented that this man and this woman had an understanding that he brought this to the table and she brought this to the table. So my question to that
Well,
was
I mean,
basically, is that not also considered
so
his bare minimum?
so my thing is, she brings sex to the table. He can bring the money for trips, but he wants more. So he can bring more to the table, but you know what I'm saying?
So he's wanting more out of the arrangement that they currently have,
Yeah,
is what you're
in the
saying.
situation that we
Okay,
can talk
okay.
about, yeah.
Got it, got it.
So he can want more out of the situation, and she's
And she's
like, no, I'm not
and
gonna.
you're saying he gonna stick around.
because he feel,
But what dude don't stick around for pussy though?
a lot. Once you get
Man,
on,
niggas go back to
I
pussy all
mean,
the
listen,
time.
in history,
Niggas go back to pussy all the time.
history shows that yes, niggas do go back for pussy.
All the time.
In my time, it'll be like, what I'm saying, all right, now we done. It is what it is. There's no need of going back for more. It's that's what it is.
Is that so? Okay.
Do you disagree?
I can't agree
I,
nor disagree.
so yeah, we in track records, and for some people, it's just like
I feel
we
you.
won't go back.
Okay.
So that's a couple of ways where I feel like a woman can have the bare minimum. I mean, like, what man is really asking? Like nowadays, you get some guys that ask, "What does a woman bring to the table?" And it's like, she'll say, "I'm me," and they be like, "Well, shit, all right, cool, that's enough. That's all I wanted to know." You know what I'm saying? And that's all you had to
Really?
bring to. Yeah.
Not even.
A chick,
Y'all bullshitting me.
a chick will say, I'm me. Like they will repeat their name and say that's what I bring to the table. Like,
Get
who the
the
fuck
fuck
is
out of
you?
here.
Who the fuck is Alicia? It'll be like, I'm Alicia.
Hey, but you know the crazy shit? Okay, so I can believe it. Like it's funny, but I can believe it because niggas say the same thing.
No, I don't talk to niggas. So.
Exactly. So it's weird. Well, I'm not gonna say that it's weird, but it lets us know that the type of individuals that we are and the type of individuals that we try to surround ourselves around, like we try not to surround ourselves around those type of people that we're seeing out there in the world. If that makes sense.
Break that down a little bit.
So basically, I was just saying how niggas. Well, you were just saying how females will basically. I'm losing my train of thought.
About offer nothing.
Not
not
offering
off, not
nothing.
offer nothing. Offer only sex, or females would be like,
I'm me, basically. The whole I'm me statement.
they'll
And
have
then they'll be
minimize
like, that's what they
bring
bring to the table. But y'all are saying that females do that. Y'all see where females do that, and niggas be like, oh, okay, that's all I wanted to know. But females are experiencing that on the same end. But for y'all to be able to say, well, I don't know no niggas that do that, and for me to be able to say, I don't know no females that do that, it's one of them situations of you kind of get to see that you hang around somewhere around that individual, so to speak.
So what?
Does
So
that make sense?
yeah. So what do women experience? Do you think men can bring the bare minimum?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
so what is women, or what are women experiencing right now when it comes
My
in the
favorite
area?
type of men. What do you mean? Like that's off top. Broke niggas. Nah.
Oh,
Nah. That one ain't that. I'm just saying, we've mentioned previously on the
no,
podcast that I
yeah,
love broke niggas. So,
yeah. So why is it?
okay, so
Are
with
you saying
that,
that was the minimum? Like the minimum they could bring was just themselves, no type of add on to your life.
no type of add on to my life.
Why was that something that you were attracted to?
Why? I it was the underdog aspect of it.
Potential.
It was the potential, the dreams that they had. But it was like a lot of them niggas wasn't really working towards that.
That nigga didn't play that song tonight either.
What's
Damn.
on?
Underdog.
Oh.
It was off his new mixtape. Well, not new mixtape. It was off. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
But I mean, yeah, it was more of the I believe in you or I want to believe in you, so I'm gonna support your dreams, so to speak. Yeah, that was some dumb
I mean,
shit.
do you look at how people how they
That was some dumb shit.
like? What stopped you from looking at their dreams and looking at them how they're trying to execute those dreams before you yourself try to start helping them with their dreams?
What you mean?
All right, so you learn about their dreams and now you want to help their dreams.
Right.
What were their actions prior to you wanting to help them? Were they actively involved in these
Yeah.
dreams? Uh,
Like actively involved, they were working on it, things like that.
but I'm gonna tell you. I just came to this conclusion. A few women I've known in my past, they had dreams, but they ain't worked towards them. And it was like they'll tell you what just sounds good, and they'll just be like, oh, okay, you. It don't take much for a man to feel like you doing the damn thing. You got your own car, your own crib, you got a stable job.
Yeah,
Even if
niggas
you
think
work,
you, especially hood niggas, they swear you ballin'. You got you a nice little car. They be like, oh, you fancy, huh? No, nigga, I just don't be on the corner all day long.
no, but I mean, even even a lawyer.
Yeah.
A lawyer would pick up a school teacher before a male lawyer would pick up a school teacher and date them before a female lawyer would do that. Uh, and it's and that's from what I've seen in my
Why do you think that
lifetime.
is?
It's matching. I think it's like when a woman becomes, I would say, more involved in their career, when a woman becomes, or when a woman starts to feel and understand, maybe from a friend, counselor, or whatever, that she's at a certain level in her life that she shouldn't take nothing less. Then it becomes, all right, you need to have these things that I can actually gravitate to before your personality. I need to gravitate to you having. Are you an operator owner? Are you a chief executive? And that's
So
if you're
let me
lawyer
ask you this
status.
question: does it not affect a man's pride if he's unable to provide?
Yes, affects a
Absolutely
man's
correct.
pride.
Okay. So with women, y'all, well, with men, y'all believe that, so to speak, it's the man's role to be the provider.
You don't believe that?
I don't. I don't like. I don't like gender roles. I don't care much for them. Like, cause gender roles would say that I'm supposed to be the one to go grocery shopping. I hate grocery shopping, but it don't bother him whatsoever. So you know what I'm saying? Like, we both sharing cooking and cleaning and stuff like. I don't believe in. I don't. I hate gender roles. So that's why I.
Hmm.
But do you believe that it's the like it's generally speaking it's the man's role to provide? Correct.
Yeah.
That's a consensus for both men and women.
Hmm.
So when we come back and say, well, no, we're not going to potentially date someone that is a school. If I'm a lawyer, I may not potentially date somebody that's a school teacher because I'm looking for somebody to provide. So I need somebody that is either on my level or above that. Because for you, you're going to want to be a provider. So they might look at the situation as that teacher might look at her and be like, oh, that's some big shot lawyer. She making this much, so much more money than I'm making. And he might feel inferior to that.
All right.
So how do we really get to judge that when everybody is really saying, well, yeah, we really feel like it's the man's job to be the provider anyways.
Um, I don't know if there's a way to really. I don't know if there's a way to really judge that. I think.
So I got you stumped right now. First time ever.
Uh,
You don't need no research,
what do you think? Huh?
especially black women.
Real shit. And I feel that. So
Are you saying financially successful?
financially, I think most women because they have a different kind of drive, and I've been peeping it all 2020.
I think a woman's drive when it comes down to financial success is, and it's kind of funny, but it's like she knows dick is there.
Like I can get that.
Like she can
That's
post a picture and
that's easily accessible.
she'll have dick, and then she can be okay with one dick. And this is starting to broaden out more, but it's like, as younger men, 'cause I know we don't cheat or nothing like that. But as younger men, it was simply, all right, you came over here, now you coming, now you coming. So now it's simply my focus is going off because my ego, pride, or testosterone level, whatever it is flaring up based on the women that's gravitating to me. So women are able to focus more on what their goals are and what they need.
But that's because in a good instance, women don't want, even though we want someone to have a partner and somebody to be by our side, we don't want to be completely dependent on that person. We want to be our own individual selves while also being with someone. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of
Hmm.
times, and back in the day, women were overshadowed by their men, no matter what type of, you know, financial status or whatever their woman may have had. We saw examples of that a couple of times just on the Cosby Show alone, where they tried to, Elvin would come on with his misogynistic viewpoints and try to overshadow the fact that Dr. Huxtable, but Claire had to go ahead and put him in his place a few times. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So in a lot of instances, we're still trying to be our own individual people. It's not even really about y'all or, trying to outdo the men or anything like that, but more so trying to make sure that in the event that I'm out here by myself with no man, I want to be able to stand on my own too.
But is it that what I'm saying when you out here by yourself?
Sh- Relationship can end at any moment.
But people, a lot of women like yearn and depend and wait and anticipate being, what I'm saying, that wife, that mother who, and when you ask them to break it down to you, they talking about sitting back and waiting on their husband to get home and doing,
Sitting back.
sitting,
Fam, you
sitting,
ain't sitting back.
sitting back, waiting on their husband to get home, and then they
They got
always,
kids in that vision.
I mean, maybe some do, some don't. You know what I'm saying? But I mean,
Cause if you got kids, it
if,
ain't no
if
sitting,
the kid's
sitting
13, you
back.
probably are sitting back. 13, 14, 15, you sitting back.
Man, you
You
could be
know,
preparing dinner in that time. You could be making sure the house straight, getting some
a lot of
laundry taken care
a
of,
lot of women's
balancing the
first a
checkbook.
lot of women's
Like,
first response is after a long day, I'm gonna come suck your dick. You know what I'm saying? Which is not a bad thing
a lot of
at
women
all.
respond. Really?
Yeah. It's not a it's not a bad thing, but it's like, all right, it stops after that. You don't tell me about I'm gonna suck your dick and then make you dinner or anything like that. It's just
So that's why you say that's the bare minimum.
that's one reason why I say that could be a bare minimum. I mean, there has been a multitude of things how the bare minimum towards women is accepted. From just offering sex
So
to
that,
not having
but
certain
that's
material things to education wise not being in the same space educational wise. I mean, it's a couple of ways.
Okay. So getting into the education, you're saying that men are more prone to accepting a woman that may have a high school diploma if he has a degree
Some
or
type
some
of
type of
college.
lower degree than
Not even a degree, some type of college, experience. If a woman has some type of college
somebody went to a
experience,
PWI and then somebody went to a HBCU or something like that,
yeah,
or
it won't
any
matter.
type of
If you
situation.
have 2 years of experience in college, a man would definitely pick you up. And then a man, what I'm saying, a man will pick you up, and you guys can talk about, what makes you. I mean, not what makes you, but do you want to go back to school? You can talk about,
But
what are your
I think it's
alternate.
generally accepted now, even for women, to date men that don't necessarily haven't necessarily had the same experience. Like I really believe, and I know I say it a lot, but I really believe the shoe can be thrown on either foot. Really, it's just that simple
No,
because
yeah.
women now, especially with millennials, we're in this place of we out here just trying to be happy. We trying to live better lives than people that lived before us because we the ones that's really kind of just starting to figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? So we're all kind of taking a different viewpoint on it. We understand that right now it's more important to have your mental sanity in any situation than to be out here miserable just to say that you got a couple dollars, or being out here miserable just to say, oh well, at least I got a man to go home to at night. At least I think that we mature enough to think that way. I could be wrong.
Have you ever watched some of the podcasts I sent you?
Some of
I
them.
I
I
I
might glance at them, but
I need you to. I probably send you some later
life
this
get in the
week,
way.
and the ones I'm sending you later this week, you gonna be like, damn, this is what the new age women are really doing, you know. And it's like this is
Well,
this, and
we
it's.
talk a lot about how things are supposed to go,
Hmm.
but or how they used to go and don't go no more. So
I
shit
mean, of course,
change.
this is not a one-sided conversation.
Absolutely
This
not.
is definitely a this end does this, the other end does that. You know,
And I mean, I feel like the bare minimum is also dependent upon
the person.
the person.
Yeah. Uh, yeah.
It's dependent upon the
I
person.
Sex is the bare minimum in an equal
And
equation.
sex is definitely the bare minimum. We had the one podcast where Kamara and them was here, and Nick said, "Don't put the pussy on the pedestal."
Yeah, that's where we fuck up
Period.
at.
Don't put the pussy on the
Together we
pedestal.
fuck up at. You'll feel like, I mean, I got this pussy. That's all he need. It's like, no, I need some more. You know.
But I do feel like men often feel like they can throw money at almost any situation. I feel like because I've been in relationships alone where this guy, I'm the one. Like I said, I've been in relationships where the dudes didn't have, you know, they had a dollar and a drink. Uh, and that was cool because I'm gonna encourage you as if you my person, I'm rooting for you all the way. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going all out. I'm believing in you just as much as you believing in yourself. But when it gets to the point where I'm never throwing money in your face, I'm never saying anything about money, but you're here and you can't do anything else because you're feeling down about the fact that you don't have the financial capability, yet you decide that you decide that you're going to still sit here and do the same thing that you know is not producing results. Like I feel like a lot of times a lot of times men will measure their worth based on how much they can bring to the table financially. And I guess that's why I keep going back to the finances because legitimately your money is the bare minimum that you could do. Your money is the bare minimum that you can provide to a woman because it's a lot more that we ask for out of our men than just that money. Like nigga, I can go out and get my own money. That's not an issue. And don't get me wrong, yeah, we want that. But that's the bare minimum. What we also want is somebody we can go and talk to. We want somebody that can be our best friend. We want somebody that can be our confidant. Somebody that's gonna look at us and be like, "Hey, okay, you spinning out right now. Come back. Are you back? Come back. Come back." Somebody that's like legitimately fighting for you and on your team.
And that's the thing. It's like let show that in the beginning, because when you're spending money, you might want these other things, but you gonna take. You know what I'm saying? The
But you're
fact that
saying
you spending.
but you're saying that a woman is what basically what I'm saying is you're saying that a woman brings her pussy to the table, and that's the least that she can do. That's the bare minimum. The least that she can do is bring her pussy to the table. I'm legitimately saying that the least that this man can do is bring his finances to the table.
Right. So my thing is, if that's the least that you can do, but you wanting more, and the fact that you're saying we want more as women, if you want more out of this man that you're seeking to do something with,
You're going
or
to have to provide more.
yeah, you're going to have to provide more, but don't let it be set on money at first, because I'll tell you this: a lot of times, if a man does a lot of free dates.
But don't let it be said on sex at first with men as well. Like
But men are more
it
respect.
goes both
I think
ways.
men are more respectful when it comes down to when a woman says, "I don't want sex right now." Now, a man might move on and be like, "Nah, I'm good," but that's his right. The
That
same as
that is definitely his right. That is
that.
definitely
The
his
same
right.
as it's a
And
woman's
you
right
have
to
to
say if a man
accept
doesn't want to spend a certain amount of money on you
exactly.
first.
And you have to accept when a person says, "This is my boundary, this is my limit, this is my non negotiable," and move the fuck on. But if if y'all are saying that if they are going into this saying I want to have more, they both are going to have to put in more. You both can't just come to the table, but
Uh,
you're saying don't come in looking at just the finances alone. And in a lot of situations we're not looking at the finances alone. But what we are simply saying is the least that you can do, the least that you can do when you come into that situation. And it's not even just a off rip, we want your money. Not always, because I know there's some females out there that's like,
It'd be
you
like,
know,
I mean, some women just be like, you got to pay for my time. That's the first thing that they tell you. You got to pay for my time. Like,
I mean, apparently it's a lucrative business because bitches making money.
yeah, no, because niggas just don't. I mean,
Time is money, man.
I mean, if it's the sex you want, man, just
If it's but yeah, like if y'all going in off rip and both of y'all got the understanding, he paying for the pussy. Bottom line is that's what y'all went in on. It's hard to say I want more going in on. I feel like both those things are kind of superficial, but at the same time, if y'all go in on those particular terms, it's hard to kind of get out of that and go into being more on an intimate level, being more, I want somebody that listens and cares
why
and
is that?
all of that. Because I mean, it's once your mind is programmed for pussy, 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 that's all you really thinking about when you see that individual.
Do you think that mindset is passed down from men and women? Like, if a young man is trying to pursue a woman, the man or the woman will say, you know, get her something nice, take her somewhere nice,
Mhm.
you know, something financially first to get somebody's attention. Do you think that's something
I
that's
don't.
constantly passed down?
But see, I don't think that's a. When you say yes and no, when you say get her something nice, and I'm thinking about my mindset, get her something nice, take her somewhere nice. Like one of, and no disrespect to you, but I'm gonna say this. One of my best dates was just going to the park and having a walk and talking. And I know that sound like real cliche as fuck, but that's some real shit. You get to learn a lot about people when you just take the time to get to know them. Go get it was a hot day. Go get some ice cream and go for a walk.
You gotta buy that ice cream, don't you?
There go
Oh man.
Roxy, y'all. There go Roxy, y'all. Can you go lay down now?
Probably hungry.
Man, Roxy done already ate. And she went through the trash earlier.
I don't think that's good. We straight, man.
Is the camera straight?
Cause you
Cameraman dozing off.
you gotta work tomorrow. Nigga, you supposed to be upturned. That's the ankle. What's the ankle art? Ankle. You supposed to be lit, man. You supposed to have your ankle art pictures going. Trying to hashtag, bro. Twitter is coming back, man. Twitter is coming back. I don't know if it's gonna be like 2010, 2014 Twitter, but Twitter coming back. I don't know if the hashtag is gonna be in there still or what, but
What
yes,
about Twitter?
I said Twitter coming back.
I missed the whole conversation.
Yeah,
I was flirting with my man.
yeah. Twitter's coming back, so you don't have to worry about it though. You don't
I'm
have to
not a
worry.
Twitter person. And if y'all don't know, he handles all of our Twitter account.
At his, hers, the truth
There you go.
on Twitter.
On Twitter.
But yeah, I mean that yeah, it's been a good topic for the night. You know,
And that's that on that.
yep.
We probably gonna I'm confident we gonna have the truth about bare minimums, the remix coming up.
No, one of
Yeah.
our mutual Facebook friends went in about parenting and
Who?
Nisha
Oh, my cousin.
went in about parenting and some other stuff. And I
We gonna have her on the podcast.
Lord Jesus,
We
yeah,
gonna have her on the podcast.
all right, we'll do that. I just think if you and this is generally speaking, if you feel like it's a one sided when it comes down to the things you're supposed to be
Everybody
doing.
yawning. My bad. Everybody yawning. No, dozing off and falling asleep.
Shit, niggas
Quiet
old.
on the set.
Niggas 30 plus, 72.
Big facts. You the youngest one in the room, fam.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to catch up. Shit. Ketchup, mustard, mayo.
Y'all be with the shits. All right.
No, but what I was saying was, what I was, what I was saying was, just when people start listing certain things that men are, can do the bare minimum on, I think it's more of a emotional standpoint than, actual action. When she was discussing about, stress levels.
Yeah.
A man can be calm. A man doesn't have to stress out much about something, but that doesn't mean that man isn't concerned about what's going on.
I think. I just think for a woman it's different. Like stress can definitely be inflicted from an outside source. It's not necessarily always self inflicted. It's not always in your head. You know what I'm saying? it can be somebody from the outside doing something uh, that's causing you to kind of.
I think it's because men think attack first. Then it's
But we not the protectors. We the nurturers. But we
it
go
is
into we go into protection
does that
mode.
go back to roles?
Absolutely.
So that's
That's
the part of
generally speaking, that's what a man's role is, to protect. Y'all not the most nurturing individuals.
no.
Women are. But y'all are more protecting than what women like. We have a protective instinct, but our protective instinct only comes when attacked first.
Do you think men have nurturing instinct
I think they do.
based on what? What comes first? Then the nurturing
Y'all
instinct.
have kids. And y'all be like,
Yeah.
"Tear, I want to protect this little person with everything I got. And I want to take care of them and I want to watch them grow
Hmm.
and I want to give them and teach them and show them everything that I didn't have." I feel like most of the time it be the kids. Like, though we were talking about women growing men up earlier, a lot of times it be the kids too.
Yeah. Uh. Yeah. I think that's correct too. A lot of us don't really figure out what's really important until we start to learn. Cause like I told you before, I didn't really have tears of joy in my life until my daughter came. So
No.
I guess you are right that you grow up in a different light. So, but I still think you be like I still think you see there's a role, a gender role, but it's like a very specific one, and it's maybe like one or two things that might be the role of a man, just like we spoke
Yeah.
about protector. Cause like, what if you were asked to be a protector or provider while in a relationship? Would you feel a certain type of way?
Protector, I probably would feel some type of way. Like, if I'm in a relationship, I definitely don't want to be the one to have to get up
And pull
in
the
the
strap.
middle of the night because we didn't heard a sound in the house. I don't want to be that.
So you want your man to go out first?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, there was an incident one night after we recorded the podcast. All y'all had left. It was just so happened all y'all were here tonight, but all y'all had left, and then I had set the alarm and everything, got in the bed, and the back door wasn't unlocked by mistake, or it wasn't locked,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody tried to come into the back door, but luckily the alarm was set, so it went off. He was all the way in Cabot. I was actually on FaceTime with him when it happened, and he was all the way in Cabot. Not even 30 minutes later, he at the door. Like, no, I'm gonna make sure that ain't nobody else coming to this door tonight. Like, I don't want to have to worry about nothing when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
that protection aspect. So, no, yeah, you go out first.
You die first. We'll tell the story later. The truth about telling
You
the
go
truth
out
about
first.
telling the story later.
I mean, I'm gonna hand you what you need to handle business, but you go out first.
But that's the only thing before we end on the topic. It's just like, what if the man was the nurturer and the man needed protection? How would he really be viewed? Man, but by man and by woman. I know for me, I'm like, bro, you a whole ass nigga. But you know what I'm saying? It's just the way that we grew up. But in someone who grew up in a, you can do multiple things
You can. I don't.
household.
I think I've seen men that have both nurturing and protective instincts. I don't think I've
Do you
ever.
think I have nurturing instincts? Damn.
I was thinking about it. I'm like trying to replay certain situations in my head. But yes, I do think that you have nurturing instincts. Like when I look back with you and Skylar and things like that, and things that me and you have talked about, yes, you definitely do.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love you.
I love you back, best friend. I hate you all at the same time.
I know.
It's a thin line
We got a premium
between
package
love and hate.
that we gonna sell that happened. Yeah, we gonna sell that later. Anyway, so it was pretty cool. I ain't got nothing else on the
Nothing
topic.
else. I'm good on the topic too. We're gonna come back next time we come back with this topic though. We're gonna have guests on the show because I want to get some other men and women perspectives,
Especially women.
especially women. I got a few women I know I want to invite on the pod, so y'all be expecting some invites soon. Go on, get you.
I can't wait to see
You are.
them.
It's always full of men
Men.
in here. I was about
Yeah,
to say,
Jay.
men, but yeah.
I'm not gonna call you Walt Disney still.
I mean, but you didn't say it.
I said it, but
Okay.
address somebody that way as a man is two different things. You know what I'm saying? I can call a nigga Wesley Pipes because that's his name, but I'm not finna see you in the streets and be like, "Hey, Wesley Pipes." Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. That's not. But yeah, so that was my truth on that shit for today. That was her truth on that shit for today.
And somewhere in there, it's the real truth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somewhere we can agree upon the real truth.
Indeed. All right, next week.
I feel a little bit. Really didn't know what to expect from us. Went on a couple dates, now we all booed up. Your ex left, you a mess, I'm here to clean you up.